Hello, this is Dr. Sophie Miller, and today I'm going to share with you a discovery that is changing the lives of thousands of people over 60 years old who started noticing those annoying memory lapses, that mental fog that seems never to go away, and that feeling that the brain is getting slower. There is a seed so small it fits in the palm of your hand, but so powerful that neurologists around the world are recommending it to patients who want to protect their memory and regain mental clarity. And you know what's most impressive? It's not expensive, it's not rare, and you've probably thrown hundreds of them in the trash without knowing the treasure you were wasting. If you're over 60 years old and have noticed that it takes you longer to remember names, that you forget where you left your keys, or that you feel mentally tired even after a good night's sleep, I need you to stay with me until the end of this video. What I'm about to reveal now can literally change the way your brain functions in the coming years. Before we continue, tell me here in the comments, have you been feeling these memory lapses? Have you noticed that your concentration is not the same anymore? Leave your comment because I read them all and respond personally. And if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel by activating the bell so you don't miss any science-based health tips. Now, let's understand what really happens to our brain after 60 years of age. As time passes, our brain undergoes natural changes that are part of aging, but this doesn't mean we need to accept cognitive decline as inevitable. The production of essential neurotransmitters like serotonin and acetylcholine begins to decrease naturally. Brain inflammation, which is silent but very harmful, gradually increases. And three fundamental elements begin to be lacking in our body: magnesium, zinc, and tryptophan. Have you heard of these nutrients? They are absolutely essential to keep communication between neurons working perfectly, to protect brain cells from oxidative stress that ages our brain, and to ensure you have mental clarity, good memory, and even truly restorative sleep. Most people, when they notice these symptoms, rush to buy expensive supplements or even seek prescription medication. But there is a natural, accessible, extremely effective source that science has been rediscovering in recent years. I'm talking about pumpkin seed. Let me tell you a real story that happened in my office a few months ago and that made me even more certain of the power of this seed. A 68-year-old patient named Lucy came into my office visibly worried. She told me something I hear frequently. "Doctor, I was always good with names, never forgot a birthday in my life. But now it's different. I look at people's faces and simply can't remember who they are. Sometimes I stand in the kitchen without knowing what I went to get. I'm scared, doctor. Is this Alzheimer's? Have you ever felt something similar?" That moment when you're left wondering whether what you're feeling is normal or if it's something more serious. I ran all the necessary tests on Lucy. It wasn't Alzheimer's, and this is very important for you to know. Not every memory lapse after 60 is Alzheimer's. What she had was something I see very frequently in the office: nutritional deficiency aggravated by age. Her brain was literally starving for magnesium and zinc, and her body wasn't producing enough tryptophan to generate serotonin adequately, which was also affecting her mood and sleep quality. Do you know what I prescribed for Lucy? Something extremely simple. 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds per day, toasted and without salt. She looked at me with that expression of someone who didn't believe what she heard and asked, "Just that, doctor? Pumpkin seeds?" I asked her to trust me and what science has shown. And look, the results came faster than I expected. But before I tell you what happened to her, I need you to understand exactly why this seed is so powerful. Let's get to the science, because I'm not here to sell you a miracle. I'm here to show you facts. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most concentrated plant sources of essential nutrients for the brain that exist in nature. First, let's talk about magnesium. Every 100 grams of pumpkin seeds contain approximately 550 milligrams of magnesium, which represents almost twice the daily requirement of an adult. Did you know that? Magnesium is fundamental because it protects neurons, improves the transmission of nerve impulses between brain cells, and reduces inflammation in the brain that accelerates cognitive aging. Scientific studies show that magnesium deficiency is directly linked to cognitive decline and even the development of dementia. Imagine having access to almost twice the magnesium you need per day in just 2 tablespoons. Second essential nutrient, zinc. This mineral is absolutely crucial for the formation of new memories and for protection against neuronal damage caused by aging and stress. Zinc directly regulates the activity of the hippocampus, which is that region of the brain responsible for long-term memory, the one that stores the important memories of your life. When zinc is lacking, the hippocampus simply doesn't function properly, and that's when forgetfulness begins. Pumpkin seeds are extremely rich in bioavailable zinc, meaning that your body can absorb and use it easily. Third fundamental element, tryptophan. This is an amino acid that functions as a precursor to serotonin, that neurotransmitter that regulates your mood, your sleep, and your overall sense of well-being. Aging brains with low serotonin production become slow, apathetic, with difficulty focusing and concentrating. And guess what? Pumpkin seeds are an excellent natural source of tryptophan. Are you understanding the power you have in the palm of your hand? And it doesn't stop there. Pumpkin seeds are also extremely rich in powerful antioxidants like vitamin E and carotenoid, which are compounds that protect brain cells from oxidative stress, that process that accelerates brain aging and neuron death. It's like having a protective shield for your brain cells. Now come back with me to Lucy's story. 3 weeks after the consultation, she returned to my office, and I could see the difference before she even spoke. She had a different energy, a different sparkle in her eyes. "Doctor, I don't know how to explain what happened, but it's coming back. I remember people's names again. I can finish an entire conversation without losing my train of thought. And look, even my sleep improved completely. I sleep deeply and wake up truly rested, something that hadn't happened in years. That wasn't a miracle, it was pure biochemistry. Her brain was being nourished with exactly what it needed. And the most impressive thing of all, she felt the difference in less than a month of regular consumption. Imagine what could happen to you if you start today. Now I'm going to teach you the right way to consume this seed so you get maximum benefits. Pay attention because this is important. The ideal amount is 2 tablespoons per day, which equals approximately 30 grams of seeds. How to prepare them? You're going to toast the seeds in the oven or in a pan without using any oil, just letting them become lightly golden. This toasting process is important because it activates the nutrients and significantly improves their absorption by your body. What's the best time to consume them? You have 2 good options. In the morning, you can mix them with natural yogurt, with berries, or with oatmeal at breakfast. Or at night, about an hour before bed, to help in the production of serotonin and melatonin, the hormones that regulate your sleep. What should you avoid? Salted or industrialized seeds that come in ready-made packages. The excess sodium in these processed versions can increase your blood pressure and harm brain circulation, canceling out part of the benefit. You want to protect your brain, not harm it, right? And look how interesting. Besides protecting your brain and improving your memory, Pumpkin seeds bring other benefits you probably didn't even imagine. They strengthen your immune system thanks to that high concentration of zinc I mentioned. They significantly improve your heart health because they're rich in plant-based omega-3, that type of good fat that protects your artery. They help regulate blood sugar because magnesium improves your body's sensitivity to insulin, which is fundamental for preventing or controlling diabetes. And they also reduce chronic inflammation throughout the body because of the powerful antioxidants they contain. It's practically like you're taking a complete natural multivitamin, but for real, coming from nature. Can you see the potential of this? And it's not just me saying this. Neurologists around the world are paying attention to these results. In a study published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease in 2022, researchers followed 320 adults over 65 years old who had mild cognitive decline. Those who consumed sources rich in magnesium and zinc, specifically including pumpkin seeds, for a period of 6 months showed significant improvement in short-term memory and mental processing speed when compared to the group that didn't consume them. The results were so impressive that the researchers themselves were surprised. Another study conducted by the University of Maryland showed that the tryptophan present in seeds like pumpkin can increase serotonin production in the brain by up to 30%, dramatically improving people's mood, sleep quality, and mental clarity. 30%! Can you imagine the impact of this on your daily life? Do you know what the big difference is between aging well and aging with fear? After 60 years of age, many people live constantly with fear. Fear of forgetting something important, fear of losing independence, fear of not recognizing their own grandchildren in a few years, fear of becoming a burden to the family. But the truth I need you to understand is that much of this cognitive decline can be prevented, or at least significantly slowed down, with simple and conscious nutritional choices. You don't need super expensive magic formulas sold on television or complex and inaccessible treatment. What you need to do is consistently nourish your brain with exactly what it needs to function well: magnesium, zinc, tryptophan, and antioxidants. And pumpkin seeds deliver all of this on a silver platter in just 1 tablespoon per day. Isn't that incredible? So what should you do now? If you're watching this video and identified with the symptoms I described throughout this conversation, those memory lapses that are becoming more frequent, the growing difficulty maintaining focus and concentration, that mental fatigue that seems never to go away, I want to challenge you to do a personal test. Go to a health food store or a market that sells organic products and buy organic pumpkin seed, preferably shelled, to make consumption easier. Get home, toast them lightly in a pan or oven until they're golden, and start consuming 2 tablespoons every day for 30 consecutive days. This is important. It needs to be every day for you to have consistent results. During this period, take a notebook and write down how you're feeling. Note your memory, the quality of your sleep, your mental energy during the day, your ability to concentrate. Do this for 30 days and then compare the notes. I bet, based on my clinical experience with dozens of patients, that you'll be positively surprised by the results. Based on recent scientific studies and more than 20 years following patients of all ages in my office, I can safely say small, consistent nutritional choices can protect your brain for many, many years. The difference between aging with mental clarity, with independence, with quality of life, or aging with that constant brain fog, with frequent forgetfulness and loss of autonomy, can literally be in something as simple and accessible as a seed you've probably thrown in the trash hundreds of times, Science is absolutely on your side in this journey. Now it just depends on you to put it into practice. Before I finish, I want to invite you. If you like this content and want to receive more information about health, wellness, and science-based natural medicine, subscribe to the channel now, activate the notification bell, and leave your like on this video so more people can have access to this information that can transform lives. Share this video with that person you love who is going through these memory and concentration challenges. You could be changing someone's life with a simple share. And tell me here in the comments, did you already know about the benefits of pumpkin seeds? Are you going to start consuming them starting today? I'm anxious to read your comments and follow your journey toward a healthier and more protected brain. Stay with me because there's still much more content coming about what you can do to protect your mind, your memory, and your independence even after 60. Your brain health is an investment worth every effort. See you in the next video. A hug from Dr. Sophie Miller. And remember, take care of your brain today to reap mental clarity tomorrow.